right, bring him in.
Well?
Well, nothing. This is as far as you go, Mannering.
I see.
What happens is up to Captain Brenner. If it was me, Buddy, I'd have dropped you overboard. Well, you stay outside this door. You're not to open it, and no one's to go inside unless you get a direct order from me or the captain.
Okay.
I'll send someone else down to take over in a couple of hours.
John,
Be right with you.
my eyes are burning. I can hardly see.
It's a tear gas. You put this on me. Might cool them down a bit. Any better?
Helps. Got any idea what they're going to do with us?
The only way they can be safe is to kill us. They have no alternative.
Maritime Radio Communication Center, Hong Kong. Calling Tara Maru. Come in. This is Maritime Radio Communication Center, Hong Kong. Calling Tara Maru. Come in. This is Maritime Radio Communication Center, Hong Kong. Calling Tara Maru.
Yep. Mr. Willis is here from the American Embassy.
Oh, sure, I'm in.
Where are you going?
Oh, Mr. Willis, nice to see you again. This is Paul Millett. He's in charge of maritime communications.
How do you do?
Get Mr. Willis a chair, will you?
Sure. Inspector, I hope this is important. I had a pretty good poker game going for me.
Sorry, but I think you'll agree it is urgent.
Thank you. So, what's this all about?
I got a request from London asking me to make a check on the whereabouts of a man called John Mannering.
John Mannering. That's the guy they call the Baron, isn't it?
He and his assistant were in Macau a couple of days ago. They had a flight booked back to London, but weren't aboard the plane. There's been no sign of them anywhere since.
I see. Mannering is an American national, isn't he?
That's why I called you in. I checked with the authorities in Macau. They'd got a report, but nothing detailed, that Mannering's assistant had been taken aboard a freighter called the Tara Maru, and that he'd gone after her.
The Tara Maru. That ship's been blacklisted from American ports for trading with Red China.
We've been trying to make the radio contact with her for the last couple of hours, but she doesn't respond. Now, if I don't get a reply very soon, I'm going to start an ARC search, and I'll need your cooperation.
Of course. Well, naturally, we'll do all we can. You're quite certain Mannering's on board the Tara Maru?
The Macau police are certain. What we don't know is if he's there of his own free will.
Can't imagine how you're going to prove that one way or the other. Even if you do raise them on the radio, they'll obviously deny they're holding somebody by force.
Well, sure they won't. But I'm going to get them to let me talk to Mannering.
Well, that'll prove nothing. If he is being held, they'll just stick a gun at the back of his head and he'll say whatever they tell him.
But at least we'll know he's on board. The Tara Maru can't stay at sea forever. If Mannering is missing when she does dock, then we'll start laying charges.
I don't think her skipper will chance a full investigation. Well, that makes sense. What are the chances of making radio contact?
We're transmitting on the international emergency frequency. They must hear us.
If we don't get any reply within the next hour, then we'll start the search.
Oh, finding her is going to be the trick. It's an awful lot of ocean.
But she's there somewhere. Somewhere.
Informed sources in Washington believe the president will make a statement within the next 24 hours. U.S. astronauts Davis and Summers are now entering their second day in space. Project Control in Houston, Texas, reports that it's all systems go. Men and machines are functioning perfectly, and there seems little doubt that they will complete the world record of 22 days in space. On the domestic
Turn it off. Everything seems to be going very well.
I'd sure hate anything to go wrong with that capsule before we want it to.
Nothing will go wrong, Mr. Baggio.
Hey, go and tell Coleman to take over the radio watch. I've got to see the captain. I think we're in trouble.
Yes? What is it, Mr. Carlton?
Maritime radio in Hong Kong is still calling us. They're on the emergency band every 15 minutes.
Just maintain radio silence. Nobody's going to find us.
Well, they could put out a general alert to all shipping to keep a lookout for us. There are 3 major shipping lanes in this area. We could pass quite a few vessels before we reach the island.
If they get our position, they could send out Coast Guard planes to track us. That wouldn't be good.
What are they asking for, Mr. Carlton?
I want to talk with Mannering. Macau police reported he came aboard shortly before we sailed.
All right, let them talk with him. Go get him, Mr. Baggio. Meet you in the radio cabin. Tell Hong Kong Mannering will talk to him in about 15 minutes.
John, do you really think they can do it? Bring a space capsule down 1,500 miles from where it's supposed to splash down.
I guess it's possible with the right equipment. If they can transmit a signal strong enough to activate those retro rockets about 30 seconds too soon, that's all it'll take.
We must do something. Get out of here.
Go where? You can't hide out on a ship for long. We have to wait until the right time to make our move. If we can stay alive until we reach that island, we've got a chance.
When will that be?
I figure sometime tomorrow night. Till then, we're going to be model prisoners. We make no problems. We give no trouble.
All right, outside. You stay.
Where are you taking him?
She's gonna talk to some people in Hong Kong. If he says the right things, they'll be back.
I was accidentally locked in the hold before I could attract attention of the ship had sailed. Over.
Mr. Mannering, Captain Brenner has assured us that you're at complete liberty to use the radio whenever you wish. Would you confirm that?
Confirmed.
The captain and his crew have acted as I would have expected at all times. I would have made contact earlier, but I understood that the transmitter was out of order.
Over.
Thank you, Mr. Mannering. Then I'll inform London that you're safe and well. Over.
Thank you. Please do that.
With the captain's permission, I'll call you tomorrow at this same time with instructions for my shop in Madrid.
Over.
Right, we'll be waiting for your call. Thank you, gentlemen, for your cooperation. Over and out.
Well, you just bought yourself a little time.
I'll need it.
In 36 hours, we'll be at the island. After that, they can search all they want. Mr. Baggio, take Mr. Mannering back to his cabin.
You think he convinced them?
I think so. He didn't say anything out of line. I don't anticipate any trouble from that source.
Well, I'd say that wraps it up. He didn't sound like a man under any kind of duress.
Consul, I'd like you to arrange a meeting with your naval attaché as soon as possible. I want to act on this right away.
Act on what?
I want the Tara Maru located and intercepted.
We can't do that. We have nothing to go on.
I think we have. I'd say Mannering was talking under orders.
Didn't sound that way to me.
He couldn't come right out and ask for help. But he gave us the next best thing. He said he'd radio in instructions for his shop in Madrid.
So?
Mannering has shops in London, Paris, and Boston. But nothing in Madrid.
It's nearly time for your call.
When I'm finished talking to Hong Kong, they'll have no more use for us.
Get Mannering out. Time for his
They're
call.
coming.
Keep a piece of it here. Be ready when I get back. It'll be our last shot. Okay, open up.
Isn't it about time I got a break from being down here?
You just relieve you when Mannering comes back. Okay, come on out.
Go on. Grab it. Go on. I like that. All you have to do is to reach out and take it. Well, maybe you don't like to gamble.
I'll play the cards I'm dealt. Pass on this one.
They're standing by in Hong Kong, so I told them you're ready to talk.
Hold it. All right, you know the action. One word out of line, and that'll be it.
I wouldn't want to give you an excuse.
I don't need any excuses, buddy.
That's what I figured.
Okay, call him up.
What happened to Brenner? Did he fall overboard?
He's not interested in you one little bit. He's got better things to think about.
Calling Hong Kong. Come in, please.
Well, that's it. We're making good time.
Right. We should hit the island a couple hours ahead of schedule.
We're not later than 10 tonight. We'll be out of the main shipping lanes in an hour and going in darkness.
Looks like we made a home run. Nobody's gonna find us now.
I think that about covers it. I'll call up again in a day or so. Over and out.
Thank you, Mannering. We'll wait for your call. Out. Did you get it?
We're still getting bearings from the Navy, but I'd say we've got it pinpointed.
Well, it's a start. From here on, it's up to your people.
The Navy's acting under direct orders from Washington. There are 2 CIA men aboard the Tara Maru. Neither have been heard from since she sailed. This deal's getting top priority. Don't worry, they'll find her.
I hope so. And for Mannering's sake, it had better be soon.
I had you all wrong. I've gotten you figured for one of these death or glory boys.
I can't use a head full of bullets.
You're gonna get that anyway. Okay, take it back down. Relieve Coleman and stay on guard. Hello, Skipper. Yeah, Mannering just made his call. No trouble. Yes, sir. I'll be right up.
It's about time you got here. You know how long I've been down here?
Yeah, it's tough all over. Give me the keys. Open. There they go.
See ya.
Yeah. Leave them and move right inside.
Check the card.
All clear.
close enough to swim for it.
What if somebody comes down here?
Let's hope they mistake me for this guy until they get close enough for me to handle him. Tie him and cover him up.
Yes?
We're there. The island we just sighted.
Thank you, Mr. Baggio.
You gonna take her in, sir?
Yes, I think I will. I'll come up to the bridge now.
Well, one more thing, Captain.
Yeah? Mannering and the girl?
Do you want I should do it?
Well, it has to be done, I suppose.
Well, let's get it over with. Have the bodies weighted and dumped over the side.
It will be a pleasure.
We must be getting close now.
Take another look at that porthole. Someone's coming.
Okay, open it up.
Seems a pity to wake him.
I wouldn't want him to miss this. Okay, fella, on your feet.
We have to move now before anyone misses him. Where's this guy's gun?
Over there. John, look.
About half a mile offshore. How well do you swim?
Well, if I'm really trying, I could manage about half the width of the pool.
Tonight you're gonna have to break your record. You better use that life jacket.
There's the signal.
Stop engines.
Make the reply. Tell them to light the navigation lights.
All right, come on.
No.
You've got to. Any minute, one of those guys is gonna raise the alarm. Now, come on.
I can't. It's too far.
All right, we'll have to use a life raft.
I'm going on the bridge. Find Mr. Colton and have him join me.
Aye, sir.
Will somebody open this door? Hey, open the door, will you?
There's no key.
Mannering's escaped. Tell the captain. And get somebody down here to open this door, huh?
One of those packs.
You two check the decks. Break out the firearms. While you two get below. Come on, move, move! Come on with that searchlight!
Any sign of them?
Nothing.
There's a raft missing in the stern section, sir.
That means I've gone over the side.
Hurry up with that light!
Put the small boat over.
Keep going. Another 50 yards or so and we'll be out of gunshot. Keep going.
Come on, let me have that. All right, turn it on.
We've got a searchlight. Get back.
Over there! You all right, Captain?
Yeah, I'm all right. Well, it's up to Mr. Carlton now.
Yeah.
He better get him. He just better.
Ship your oars.
We've got a boat out. Start paddling, but keep it quiet.
To starboard.
There's a fog bank over there. If we can reach that, we can lose them. Keep going. Quiet.
There they are.
They've hit us.
Go. And get as far into the fog bank as we can.
I've lost him.
We can't be far offshore now. This is where we start swimming. Come on.
I can't.
Come on.
No, I can't.
alongside you all the way. Now, come on.
Take her in, sir?
Yep. Take her in, Mr. Baggio.
Now, this doesn't prove a thing. If they're alive, they could still make it to the shore. Okay, let's go on in.
Move in. That boat can't be far behind us.
Give me a minute. I've swallowed a lot of water.
You all right?
I'm sorry about that panic attack.
That's all right.
I scared stiff.
We made it. That's all that counts. You rest here a minute. I'll take a look around.
All right. I'll be ready to move when you get back.
Came ashore about 100 yards down the beach.
I'm ready.
Going in. Now, move as quietly as you can. Someone's coming.
You two look over there. Hey, this is from the Tara Maru. It shows that one of them got ashore, probably both. We've no chance of finding them tonight. We'll report back to the cave and start a full-scale search in the morning. Okay, come on.
Captain Brenner, welcome ashore. Mr. Baggio. Thank you, Mr. Laver. Well, how are things going here?
Perfectly. When the capsule's in our hemisphere, we're tracking it with 100% accuracy.
Is it still in the predicted orbit?
The flight's going exactly according to plan. At this very moment, she's right here. Hawaii control took over 3 minutes ago.
And when will it cross the island?
11:31 and 30 seconds tomorrow night, and then once again Wednesday early in the morning.
And everything's ready?
Mr. Baggio, everything's been ready for 6 months. At this very moment, I can transmit a radio signal that would fire retro rockets and bring her right down to Earth.
Excellent.
Would you like to hear? Put the signal on the loudspeaker, please. We're recording all the signals, and the computer's analyzing them.
To continue the investigation of man's capabilities in space, leading towards man's flight to the moon and return. This is Mercury Control.
Jay, I've got it out here for just a second, please.
Okay, that's enough. Since I worked for the U.S. Space Administration, they've gotten a little more sophisticated, but the basic control system is exactly the same.
Excuse me, sir. I wanted to report.
Well?
They got ashore, sir. We found the place where they landed.
Those prisoners were your responsibility.
Now, just a minute, sir. It wasn't my fault.
You will take your men and search every inch of this island. I want those two people found.
Yes, sir. I'll start a search as soon as it gets light.
You will start your search now, Mr. Carlton. Well, wouldn't it be best to let the men rest first? They'll be wasting their time searching in the dark anyway.
This is a small island. Finding them should present no difficulties.
Yes, sir.
If there's somebody wandering around out there, don't you think it might be wise to post a couple extra guards?
See to that, Mr. Baggio.
Yes, sir.
These prisoners of yours, are they likely to endanger our project?
Obviously, Mr. Laver, I wouldn't have ordered this search. The man Mannering knows what we plan to do. He has a partner, a girl, who by now, no doubt, has also been acquainted of our intentions. That is why they must be found and shot.
Should be safe here for a while. We must be 7 or 8 miles from that beach.
And every inch of it uphill.
We better get some sleep. They're gonna come looking for us, and when they do, we'll have to move fast.
The way I feel, a sleepy tortoise could run me down.
You make out.
All right? So we keep running. Where's that gonna take us?
Oh, well, that depends on the authorities from Hong Kong. If they can locate this island, we may get some help.
Be honest, John. It's a pretty slim chance, isn't it?
Well, a slim chance is better than none at all. Come on now. Get some sleep. When it gets light, we'll look around. We'll figure out something.
Hey, take a look at this. It's gotta be them.
Yeah, and heading straight inland. Call the men. Let's go get them.
The aircraft will have to come in to refuel pretty soon now.
Have fresh crews standing by to take off the moment the planes are ready. How much of the area will they have covered?
Well, I've got them working a search pattern in parallels. They've just flown over that square. Problem is that in that section alone, there's something over 30 islands.
Are many of them inhabited?
Yes, some of them are. Others are nothing more than a couple of acres of volcanic rocks. We've got it. High diver gives us a positive identification.
Show it to me on the chart.
There it is.
Now, we are roughly here. That's quite a journey. We couldn't make it before noon tomorrow. Have we got anything nearer?
Well, the Vermont is here, about 150 miles to our south. She could probably make it by first light tomorrow.
She'll have to do better than that. I want her there tonight.
Oh, we can try.
Look, I don't care if she blows her boiler. She's got to be there. Now call them up.
John? John?
Anything?
No, the trail's gone cold.
Well, it can't be too far ahead. Probably up in those rocks.
If we could drive them out in the open ground, it wouldn't be too hard to pick them off.
We'll take 5 and then get started.
Where's Davidson?
He's covering the ground on my right.
I got a blister the size of a silver dollar on my foot.
That must be Davidson. Come on.
he alive?
Just about. One of you stay with him, try to bring him round and get him back to the cave.
Manning, let's go for close.
Yeah, and remember, stick together and keep your eyes open. Come on.
Where have you been?
Been reducing the odds. They're right behind me. We've got to get out of here. Go.
Spread out.
Hold it. We can't outrun him.
Very convincing performance.
Yes, I thought so, too. There's not a scrap of cover anywhere.
Must have been a brush fire.
They'll spot us easily if we go this way.
They're not giving us much choice. We'll have to risk it. Come on.
There they are. Go after them. I'll get the others. Hey, come on! Over here!
We'll have to try for those trees.
John!
Let's rest here. Only two of them now. We should be more careful from here on.
They'll still come after us. We've been lucky so far, but we can't keep on running.
We're not going to.
We can't even make a fight for it. They can bring in more men anytime they like.
They still have to find us. That'll take time. There's only one place on this island where they wouldn't expect us to be.
Where?
As near as we can get to their headquarters.
What?
If a guy breaks out of jail, you don't look for him in the prison.
It's tempting fate a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think it'll work. You ready to walk a little more?
Yeah. How are we going to find this place?
We'll work our way back down to the beach as soon as we see where the Tarahumara is located. Well, it shouldn't be too hard from there. Come on.
From the frying pan into the fire.
The capsule is here. She fires her retro rockets and then starts down. Here, I'll show you.
She'll decelerate very rapidly and then arc down to the enter the Earth's atmosphere. Now, the re-entry will take place at a much higher speed than is normal. Now, this will achieve two things. One, a shorter time between our interception and pickup, thus allowing the Space Control Headquarters virtually no time at all to counteract our signal. Two, the astronauts will be dead before they hit the water. Now, the computers have calculated the splashdown area very accurately. Here, in this circle. Now, if your ship is roughly in the center, when the splashdown occurs, you'll be no more than 20 miles away at the most. She'll float just long enough for you to reach and recover her.
Everything's ready, sir. The crew's on board and we can sail at once.
Good. Any word from Mr. Carlton yet?
Well, he and his men are still out looking for Mannering. We heard some shooting earlier, but he hasn't reported back yet.
After the ship sails, how many men will you have left behind here?
Well, you'll be taking two of my technicians for tracking after the splashdown. So that'll leave me and 1, 2, 3, 4 of us all together. That's more than I need to finish up here.
Not much in the way of security, though. Mr. Baggio, I'm going to stay behind. You will command the ship and take care of the pickup.
Yes, sir. Are you bringing her down tonight?
Yes. She won't be in the right orbit again until next Wednesday.
Right, sir. Well, I'd better get started.
Good luck, Mr. Baggio.
Thank you, sir.
We're not going to have any second chances on this.
We won't need any. It'll all be over by midnight. The capsule will be aboard the Tara Maroon. Our job will be finished.
Quite an achievement, Mr. Laver. My only regret is we won't be able to talk about it.
Seems like $7 million is a reasonable compensation.
There it is. Only got one guard. He must be pretty confident.
But how many more inside?
Sooner or later, we're gonna find that out.
John, look. The Tara Maroon. She's pulling out to sea again.
They're going to have to make the pickup.
And they'll bring it down sometime tonight.
All we can do is wait. We'll make our play after dark.
Hope that's soon enough.
Those guys in the capsule better hope so, too.
I've done all I could. We've searched across the island twice. There are a million places where Mannering could hide. The North Shore is honeycombed with caves.
All right. Take your men, mount a guard to the mouth of the cave.
You don't think Mannering would try to get in here, do you?
Mr. Carlton, he's obviously opposed to what we are going to do. Doesn't it seem likely to you he will continue to try and stop us doing it?
Yes, sir.
And in view of the fact that it was your incompetence that allowed him to escape in the first place, I suggest you make doubly certain that he doesn't enter this control room.
He won't get past me.
I wish I had enough confidence in you to feel reassured by that.
I just wish you'd try, that's all.
That's all, mister. Now get!
What's the situation? Exactly as predicted. The capsule's in our orbit now, and all our equipment is functioning perfectly.
And we're all set?
All set.
Give me the key. I'm gonna fire the retros myself.
Well, you won't have long to wait.
What time do you have? It's just gone 10:30. About half an hour to go. I'll be glad when it's over. Yeah. In the meantime, keep awake.
There's half a magazine there. It should be enough. You clear on what you're supposed to do?
I think so.
You make as much noise as you can. Shout my name. They've got to believe that I'm with you.
All right.
As soon as you can, find a place to hide. Stay there.
I will.
That's it. Good luck.
Jammed.
They're up in the rocks.
Run, John, run!
Come with me. You two guys stay here. Give us some cover.
This way, John, over this way.
been waiting for this.
Who are you?
Lieutenant Lang, U.S. Destroyer Vermont. We came ashore on the north side of the island.
How did you get here?
Just take it easy, ma'am. We know what's going on here.
Well, then if you're going to stop them, you better get moving. Their headquarters are in the cave out that way.
You look after the lady. Okay, let's get started.
Now.
Five minutes. Everything's done.
Right. These two men finished?
Yes.
All right, you two, get out the entrance to the cave. Join Mr. Carl and the rest of the men.
Come on, come on.
Get away from those controls.
Oh, now, Mannering. You don't really think I'm gonna walk away from $7 million? Get back.
Project Control, Houston. Space rover passing into Hawaii Control. All systems A-OK. Astronauts report flight continues comfortable and uneventful.